This is the Trade Machine Podcast. We're back, baby. My name is Alex. I'm here with my little brother Hunter. What's good, Hunter? And Rich, what's going on?
What up?
All right. It's good to hear from you, Hunter. That was cute. I'm glad you did that. And so today, this is not a bit. We're not going to do this the whole time. We're not going to do this the whole time.
You don't get to decide that.
Today, we're starting our season preview, which sounds crazy because in some ways it feels like the season just ended. It's September. We're going to start our season previews now. We're going to go division by division every week. And by the time we're done, it's going to be opening night of the NBA season, which is nuts. So It's time to get after it. We're going to go each division. We're going to start with the Eastern Conference and the Atlantic Division. So what we're going to do with each team, we're going to say what's something you're hoping to see, what's something you're worried you'll see, and then we're going to talk over-under, starting with the greatest team in the history of the NBA, the Boston Celtics. Check it out. It's cool, Rich. You'll have your moment.
I'm not going to say nothing, bro.
So the Celtics lose Al Horford. They lose Jason Tatum for the year. They lose Drew Holiday. They lose Kristaps Porzingis. They bring in Anthony Simons and a whole bunch of nobodies. So it's going to be a reset year for the Celtics. Their over-under is, and we'll do this at the end, but just so people get a good idea, their over-under is 40.5. So you're basically betting on whether they're going to be 500 or not, which is crazy for a team that was the 1 seed. Were they the 1 seed last year? No, they were 2 seed, weren't they? Yeah, they were the 2 seed.
Well,
They
yeah,
61.
you're right.
They had 61 wins, and they were the 2 seed. That's crazy. So anyway, I'm gonna open up the floor. What's one thing y'all are excited to see about the Celtics this year? There's not a lot.
Not a
so
damn
dig a little bit.
thing. No, I'm just playing. No, but honestly, bro, like for real. I'm hoping that, because we all know Joe Mazzulla's a great coach. So right now we are like Celtics just at bare bones. What I'm hoping to see is that he's just that good a coach to where they all can be above 500 and at least have a chance, you know. There's not much. I mean, there's nothing really to be worried about right now. Like first off, you aren't healthy. You're missing your star. So it's like if this season's a bust, it's like, okay, well, we just like go at everybody. We didn't have Jason Tatum. Like, there's nothing to lose, bro. Peyton Pritchard, I think, gets a chance to step into the spotlight a little bit more. I think he's going to be great. So it's like, this is really just like a let's see what we can do kind of year for the Celtics.
Yeah. I'm interested with this season. I don't even know what I'm necessarily looking forward to other than, like, can the guys on the bench play okay?
Right.
Because I don't really care about the whole, is Jaylen Brown, can he be a number one option? Like, he's won the finals MVP. I don't need to have that conversation.
Right.
But I am interested to see if guys like, and this is how bad it is for the Celtics this year, like they're in the perfect mix of not going to be bad enough to get a pick, but they won't be good enough to compete. Where, like, I'm excited to see how Baylor Shireman plays off the bench.
Yeah.
But I actually do think that the Celtics will be able to potentially reset. And I haven't heard this rumor at all, but I have a sneaking suspicion. And it doesn't really fit because he's a really bad defender. But I wouldn't be shocked if we got an Anthony Simons and some picks for Sabonis if the Kings have a really bad year.
I mean,
they just try and run it. Sabonis,
that could be
Brown, Derek White.
That could be a real clean house situation, like in Sacramento for real. So I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibilities. So.
Sacramento, who knows what the hell they're doing? But we'll talk Sacramento later. Hunter, what are you excited to see about the Celtics? You need to say one thing.
Jaylen Brown, first option for a full year, pretty much.
What do you think he's going to do?
Nothing. No, I'm kidding. 28, 6-6.
28, 6-6 would be an insane first year.
Shit.
I mean, he was already like a 24, 5-5. That's my whole point.
Yeah. No, he's a baller. He's going to be really good. Here's what I want to ask. What are you worried you'll see for the Celtics? I want you to talk a little bit of shit on the Celtics if you guys would like.
Don't mind if I do.
First, before we do that, I'm going to pour one out for Jason Tatum.
You're right, bro. I would, yeah. I don't got no Drake. I was
Pour
gonna
one
run
out for
one, but
Jason Tatum.
okay, we gotta do that.
Um,
Worried
what are
though,
you worried
bro.
to see?
Like, and this is not just because it's the Celtics, bro. But I'm worried you could just see everything just fall apart. You know what I mean? Like maybe Joe Mazzulla's scheme works so well because of the person that Jason Tatum is, because of the person that Jalen Brown is for them together. So this year we could see a completely different side of the Celtics that we haven't seen in a long time because everybody's gone, like everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, it's prove it time. Like let's see what we can do, but this could turn out to be like y'all had the perfect system. Y'all should have 2 rings from that run. Not gonna lie, but
We were up
this
2-1
it could
against
be.
the Warriors in 2022 as well.
So that's what I'm saying, but it could get bad
Hold
this year,
on.
bro. I don't think it's going to because I believe personally that Joe Mazzulla is that good a coach, and Jalen Brown is that good of a player. But if I had to pick something, that would definitely be it. Just it all
That's what
falling
I'm worried
apart.
I'll see, honestly, though. I'm worried they're going to be too good where they don't get a good draft pick and they're not going to compete.
Yeah,
As a Celtics fan, I want Jalen Brown to take a vacation or two. You know, like sprain
yeah,
his pinky or something like that. That's what I'm hoping
yeah.
for. Get in the lottery, maybe get a little AJ DeBonsa action. Could you imagine?
You're
That'd be
not
crazy.
that bad of a team. That's
We would be without Jalen Brown. Because Derek White's going to get the flu. It's going to have him out for a couple months. And then Jalen Brown's going to stub his toe and he's going to be out. He's going to have to get turf toe
he's
surgery.
gonna have to get turf toe.
No, this is what's going to happen. He's going to pull a Ben Simmons. He's going to pull a Ben Simmons. He's going to have back
We'll get him a
spasms. And we're
Jenner.
like, what do you mean?
Oh,
Front office
Yeah,
just tells him he
man.
needs to start kicking things.
Yeah, who knows what's going on. Over under, what do you guys got? They going over?
Over under
I
what,
think that
40? Is that what it was?
40 and a half. So are they going to be 500 or better?
Over.
I think Celtic. Yeah, I'll take over for sure.
All the money's on the over. You're getting plus 100 odds on the under. Everyone thinks they're going over. I don't know how this team doesn't. The East is still really weak at the bottom.
Yeah,
And if they keep Simons, he's going to score at least 20, 22 a game. Pritchard's going to give you 18 to 20 a game. Derek White's going to give you enough offense. And Jalen Brown, we already talked about him. The only question is, right now,
Center.
Neemias Queta is going to be starting at the 5. So,
Or Luka Garza.
yeah. That's point blank. We lost Luke Cornett, and it was like a shot to the heart. That's how bad the
Okay,
big rotation
he
is.
got a lot of money to be like the 4th-string center on that team.
Okay, let's chill. He's going to be the backup 5.
Didn't
where'd
they
Luke go
sign someone
again?
else?
You think
The
he's not
Spurs.
Kelly
Oh
Olynyk?
yeah,
He's not. He's not playing behind Kelly Olynyk. Luke
Fair.
Cornett is going to be the backup 5. So yeah, that's the Celtics. We don't need to spend a lot of time on them. We talk about them a lot. I'm a Celtics fan. We do a lot of Celtics conversation. Next up, one of my favorite teams this year, the New York Knicks. This summer, they kept their basically the same team as last year. They added Jordan Clarkson to the bench, Gershon Yabusele, and what was the other one? I don't remember. Maybe they didn't add anybody else. They added those
I
two.
think they got
for the
one more
most
guy.
part.
I think it was one more.
And Thibodeau's out, Mike Brown in. This team was already knocking at the door of the finals, and I think they got a lot better this year. Their over-under is 53.5. Very high. I think it might be the highest over-under in the... Let me see what the Cavs is. No, Cavs are 56.5. So 53.5. I think the second highest over-under in the conference. What are you excited to see from the Knicks this year?
New coaching system. It's not just going to be the same 5 guys out there the whole game. They're going to have an
Yeah.
actual rotation.
And they got a real bench now. They go 8 deep with like actual players, 8, 9 players deep.
yeah. I think. I mean, I'm excited to see Jalen Brunson get a little bit more like help from the bench. I guess from specifically Jordan Clarkson, because of course they got Cat, but Cat has to kind of take on that role of defending 2 in this system, or at least in Thibodeau's system. But I'm excited to see Jordan Clarkson and Yabusele because he's a bucket too. He's a low key bucket. I'm excited to see them give some energy off the bench, and like y'all were just saying, like kind of get some rotation, in the mix, and not just be the same guys on the court the whole game for the whole year. And I think that'll give them a little bit more juice when it comes to postseason basketball too.
Yeah, the Knicks. I don't feel like as many people are talking about them. They have higher odds on FanDuel to win the finals than the Rockets do. The Knicks are plus 950. The
Yeah.
Rockets are plus 1,000. I think the Rockets are a better team, but they're in a way better conference. The Knicks. It's kind of the Knicks and the Cavs, and then maybe the Magic show up in this conference. And we all know the Cavs aren't really anything to be feared. So it's the Knicks conference to lose this year. So what I'm excited to see is we got a little glimpse of it last year when Jalen Brunson got hurt. Tibbs' whole offense was to spam the Jalen Brunson and Cat two-man game with the pick and pop and the pick and roll, which is, it's one of the best. It might be the best two-man game in the league. It's right up there. But Jalen Brunson goes out, and we got to see Mikal Bridges actually kind of work on the offense a little bit. And I hope that he can have some more time with the ball in his hands because he's such a good player. He's a great shooter and elite defender, but we saw when he went to the Nets that he was actually able to create some offense. I really hope that we could see that again. And a little Mikal Bridges. I think if they have that, just having a bench now with, depending on who you start, either Mitchell Robinson or Josh Hart, Deuce McBride, Jordan Clarkson, Gershon Yabusele, that's a real bench. This team's going to be really good defensively. They've got a lot of firepower on offense. They just got to figure it out. So hopefully they play well for Mike Brown. If I were betting, I think this is my favorite bet for the finals because the West is so log-jammed, and you can get them at plus 950 right now. And for me, it's their conference to lose. I understand we can talk about the Cavs later, Hunter. But I just got to see it to believe it. You know what I'm saying? So
The Knicks, what?
the Knicks have been to the conference finals, and they beat your sorry-ass team last year.
No, they didn't, actually.
Did they not? Who they win against? Am I
You.
tripping? No, last year.
No, wrong
2 years
again.
ago. 2 years
In
ago.
the Pacers,
3 years ago.
Okay, it was 3 years ago. Still, they beat your sorry-ass squad. That's the whole point.
Neither of those teams are anywhere close to the same as they were.
Okay, so we're gassing the Knicks a little bit. What are you worried you might see? What are the downfalls? What happens? What has to happen for this team to be under expectations to hit the under?
Cat's defense really falls apart.
That's
compared
exactly
to
what I
Mitchell
was about to
Robinson
say.
Injury. Mitchell Robinson's never healthy, and then Cat, if he's your defensive five, Yabu is already small and undersized.
Or
I think that's it.
Brunson investigation goes bad.
Ooh,
Investigation.
Pablo Torre. You see all the stuff about Kawhi?
Hold up, I've been out the loop, bro.
I
What's going on?
I don't think Brunson's the same situation, but he's investigating
loop.
Brunson for the same thing.
There's currently a lot of hype around Kawhi taking money to circumvent the cap. They're being Steve Ballmer and Kawhi are both getting.
Oh, we talk about the tree removal shit.
Yeah. All that.
Okay. Yeah.
The same guy who investigated that he's dropping hints that he's investigating Jalen Brunson, but I don't
There's
think
120 mil.
And Jalen Brunson's dad is like on the team. He's like one of the only coaches that didn't get fired.
I think the pay cut was to stay in New York. Was the whole.
Yeah, we'll see.
Reason.
I don't know. I hope not. That would take down the season. Yeah, I think it's Cat's defense. You're right.
Yeah,
you got anything
definitely.
Else?
Well, I mean, just to add to that, I hope because last year, people were talking about how they wanted to see Cat be more like he's in New York. They want to see him get a little more like New York swag. And although he like kind of felt like embraced the role, it didn't feel real to me. So
after all that,
yeah, right, exactly. So if we go into next year and it still kind of feels the same as it did last year with Cat, on top of him not being like that defender that they need consistently, I think that's another thing. On top of his. Just on top of him being not as he started to get more aggressive through the end of the year, but he started out not too aggressive. But I just want it to be real. I want to feel like he's not playing a character. I want to see Cat, and I want to see him. I want to see Minnesota Cat. I want to see him ball out, but I don't want to see him like do it because everybody wants him to do it. Like do it because that's who you are.
I feel like I've always been a pretty big Cat defender, but sometimes the fouls on defense where he just completely takes himself out of the game because he has 3 fouls in the first quarter and then he can't actually contest anything at the rim.
Happens a lot.
It completely ruins your defense when your center is in foul trouble that quickly when he's already not a great rim protector.
Yeah.
Cat is like watching a toddler play basketball if they were 7 foot tall, but he's so skilled, but he runs around like he doesn't know what he's doing.
And that'd be the thing, bro. It's like, go ahead.
Well, I can't remember. Someone was saying it's because he has abnormally high hips. I don't know, Hunter. I don't.
That does not.
Unless someone paid attention to that. What are they looking for in that?
I don't know, Hunter. I'm just saying what I heard. I'm just relaying.
Your hips could be as high as they want.
I did see you change your background, Alex.
Make it any different.
So here's the real question: do Cat's hips lie?
Stop licking your lips.
Do Cat's hips lie?
Hey, we're gonna find out this year.
He was saying that.
I say no. It's dry in here, Hunter. I gotta wet them down a little bit.
Wet them down. I'm gonna start saying
thinking
that.
about Cat?
That's a little smooth phrase.
I'm thinking about Cat. After
all
that,
on that other monitor.
After all that,
it's on the other monitor, Alex.
Shouts out. No, I have all the FanDuel stuff on the other monitor, bro. Don't come after me. I don't got no weird Cat stuff. Anyway, well, Hunter. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
All of a sudden, Hunter shows an interest in weird Cat stuff. All right, over under. What are we taking?
You said it was like low 50s.
53.5, I believe, is what it was.
I'll take
they'll
the
be
over.
high 50s.
That doesn't mean that they'll win the championship.
60s.
I'll take the over.
Okay, so you're both taking the over. I'm taking the over and Jalen Brunson MVP, and I'm probably going to bet him to win the chip. I don't think they will win the chip, but I think they have a way easier road than the
best odds is what you mean.
Yeah, I think it's just worth the play. It's because the Thunder are like plus 200,
-2,
way above everybody else.
Yeah.
Well, they just won.
Thunder are plus 210, Cavs plus 650, Nuggets plus 900, Knicks 950, and then Houston plus 1,000, and then somehow the Lakers are plus 1,500, which I think is just
always in the mix, baby.
You know how much money these sports books have to make on the Lakers every year? Everybody wants to bet on them.
It's from the random people that don't know anything, just know the Lakers.
At least 1.5 million of that is me.
I do not like the Knicks. I'm going all in on the Knicks this year, though. I think they're going to smash the over. They're going to be a 60-win team. I think Brunson is going to be in the running for MVP, especially now that Shea got his. I think we're looking at Brunson, maybe even like a I wouldn't be shocked at a really cool KD year. That would be cool. But Brunson's going to be right up there. I don't even know. Do I have MVP odds? I do. Yes, I do. Let's see. Brunson is. Oh my
Where's
gosh.
LeBron?
Where is Brunson? LeBron's plus 25. He's 25,000.
Oh yeah.
And Brunson is plus 8,000. He's like not barely top 10. He's behind Cade Cunningham, Anthony Edwards. I think they're going to be so good. Yeah, I'm smashing the over.
I'm about to say that'll be the time to bet for that shit.
I know. I was about to say. Well, hopefully by December we can bet in Missouri. They're dragging their feet. I mean, legally we have to be able to by December, and then life will be beautiful in sunshine and rainbows. Next team. Now we're getting into the bad ones. Our bad teams from last year. We had the 1 seed and the 3 seed. The 2 seed and the 3 seed, sorry. I keep disrespecting the Cavs. That one wasn't even on purpose. Now we get into some of the bad teams from last year. The 11th seed in the Eastern Conference, the Toronto Raptors. They bring in Colin Murray-Boyles. They brought in Brandon Ingram at the trade deadline. I don't know if he ever even played. Did he ever play?
Nope. He just signed a contract.
Signed to a massive extension. And their over-under is 38.5. So they're projected to be a losing team. Don't take that yet, Hunter. We're not
Not yet,
doing that.
not yet.
So their
Not yet.
projected starting five is Emmanuel Quickley, R.J. Barrett, Brandon Ingram, Scotty Barnes, and Jakob Poeltl, with Colin Murray Boyles coming off the bench and Grady Dick coming off the bench. Shouts out Grady Dick. I don't know why, but it felt right in my soul.
Hey, man,
It really
watch
felt
out.
right. Shouts out, not that, but never that. What are you excited to see with the Raptors? I actually have some stuff I am excited to see. What are y'all excited to see with
Well,
the
you
Raptors?
go. You go first because I don't got shit.
I'm excited to see some of this, some pick and roll action with their wings. I know it's a really nerdy basketball thing. I'm actually
Yeah.
excited to see like Brandon Ingram and Scotty Barnes in a pick and roll, or a dribble handoff, or R.J. Barrett and Brandon Ingram in a 2-man.
You
Like
know-
they've got 3 wings. None of them can really shoot. None of them are very efficient, and Brandon Ingram and R.J. Barrett decide they don't want to play defense anymore. I don't know how it's going to work, but I'm really excited to watch it.
I'm not gonna be boring, bro. I'm just so this could be because no doubt these guys are talented. It's not even the roster itself. Like from a basketball standpoint, doesn't make sense to me.
It makes no sense.
Yeah, it does make sense at all. But the guys on the team I really like. So maybe they can find a way to make it work. And that's what would be exciting to me is if like this is something like a new like when small ball came into the league, nobody expected small ball. So maybe this is like the I don't know, new way.
Ball dominant
how to
players who
work
don't
it.
like to pass or play defense or shoot
Right.
ball.
So I mean, maybe this is maybe this is just a new wave for the NBA. It could turn into something like that. I don't necessarily believe in that, but it could happen.
Yeah. This isn't Pelicans level of I like a lot of guys on their team, but I have no idea how the hell they're going to play together. Like the Pelicans are extremely confusing. The Raptors, you at least know who they're going to roll out. I just don't feel like it makes any sense. Hunter, you got anything you're excited to watch with the Raptors this year?
Kind of just figuring out who they're gonna use out of the 3 wings. Which 2 are they going with?
I think they're playing them all.
No, I mean for the future.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I think R.J. Barrett's gone, which
Yeah.
is crazy because he's Canadian. They do their boy like that, but they made that pretty clear when they re-signed Brandon Ingram
Yeah.
that they essentially chose him over R.J. Barrett because Quickly's making a bunch of money. Grady Dick's going to get an extension in the next couple of years, and they need him. They need anyone that can shoot off the bench. That he honestly needs to start. And the other thing I will say I'm excited to see, Emmanuel Quickley has not been very good or really healthy since they made the OG Anunoby trade. And I still believe in Emmanuel Quickley. I think at his best he's a really, really good point guard. He's fun. And they're going to need him to be good if this team's going to function at all and win games. I wouldn't be shocked if this team does surprise us because Poeltl is an extremely underrated center. Quickley has the potential of being an underrated point guard. And if they can coach these 3 wings well enough to play together, maybe. I just think they might be the worst shooting team in the league is my only concern. And in today's NBA, I just don't think you can
You
win
won't
like
survive.
that. So that's what I'm worried to see. That's what I'm worried to see.
Yeah.
The worst shooting team in the league. If you were to ask me if I was taking bets, who's going to be the worst shooting team in the league? The Raptors are right up there. Last year I thought it was the Hawks. The Hawks got shooters. And they fixed that problem. The Pelicans are up there, but they've got Trey Murphy and Jordan Poole. The Raptors have nobody like. Their best shooter is probably Grady Dick, and he's not going to start for them.
I think I'm on the opposite side of what I tried to give him credit for. I'm just worried that this thing is so mixed up. They end up like the Nets, and it's just like basically like a pass through zone for. Because I want all teams to be competitive, bro. I want more Knicks. I don't want more Nets. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, that's the nature of this exercise too. Is like we're trying to figure out what are the things we can look forward to, even with the most boring of teams. Like we're going to talk about the Nets later,
right?
You know, I think there's a world where they could be surprisingly good. Brandon Ingram would just have to get his stuff together. It would have to be that first year with the Pelicans, Brandon Ingram, before the blood clots.
Yeah.
where he was playing point forward and passing the ball and shooting threes and playing defense and all the stuff he just decided he didn't want to do anymore. That's why he's so frustrating to me. He's probably the most frustrating player in the league because he has all the tools to be awesome. He just chooses not to play basketball well.
They're gonna have to
And
play.
I don't understand it.
They're gonna have to play like a international team. Like international basketball is like way different than and I'm just talking about in terms of attitude. Like you come out believing you can beat anybody. They could have some good this season if they come out with the right attitude about it. But if egos get involved, and all these guys are playing the same position, if it turns into more of like a keep me instead of him kind of thing, it could get ugly. But it could work out though.
I would love for us to get a full season of what RJ Barrett looked like at the beginning of the year. And if we get a good version of Brandon Ingram, all of a sudden this team is a playoff team in a weaker East.
Yeah.
But if we're betting, I'm not betting on that. What are you taking? 38.5. Over, under?
Under.
Under. Rich?
I think they're going to be bad.
I don't think they're going to be good, bro. I'll take the under too.
I wouldn't be shocked if we had a 32-50 season from them.
But yeah, we can see flashes though. I think they'll have games like against talented teams that they'll be like, oh well, these guys could do. But I don't think they'll pull it together that completely.
See, the money's been on the over. I think it's just because people are worried to bet unders in the East. But I think this is one of those teams that's going to get trampled in the East. Just because they fired Masai Ujiri, or they parted ways or whatever. I don't see it. The team feels like a wreck, So we will see. That's it for the Raptors. Moving on. It only gets better from here. Why did we start with the good teams and just get gradually worse?
Don't say we. This is you.
Well, we want to start with teams that people want to listen to. Also, we're gonna end with the fun team. I think that's where we'll be able to spend some time. We're gonna get in our bag here, though. We got the Brooklyn Nets. Hunter, I want you to guess their over/under. Guess the line.
25.
No,
I'm not
17.
guessing again.
It's 20.5. Rich is closer.
I'm being generous.
Rich
Okay.
is closer.
I didn't think a team could have that
You were
bad of
being
an over-under.
way generous.
Yeah, I didn't think a team could have that bad of an over-under.
The Nets, 20.5 is their over/under, and the money is currently on the under. It's minus 114 to bet the under. So people are hammering that.
There's no structure here.
They've done. There's no structure. They're gonna bring back Cam Thomas. They have Michael Porter Jr. Did they bring him back?
Yeah, it's like a 2-year deal, low money, and the second year is a team option.
Did he take it? I didn't feel like he did.
I thought they said he did.
He probably did, and I missed it. It's the middle of the offseason.
Because there's a contract today, too.
Well, the Giddey contract was today. 4 for $100.
Yeah, I know that.
But yeah. Shams, 5 days ago. 1 year, $6 million. He took the qualifying offer, Hunter.
It's like there's a team option for like 15 to 20 mil.
He took the qualifying offer, which means he's an unrestricted free agent next year, and he has a no-trade clause this year.
I thought something said there was a team option.
No. He took the qualifying offer, which is essentially no one ever does that unless you want to test yourself.
He was choosing between 2 years, 28, and one of them was a team option on it.
So he thinks he's going to get a bag next year. I don't think that's good for the Nets because it means he's going to be chucking it. They brought in. Let me see if I can remember everybody they drafted. I definitely can. I'm not even going to try.
I got it.
Go, Hunter.
Demon, Traore, Wolf,
Danny Wolf. These are the ones I'm forgetting.
Drake Powell?
There's another one. They had 5 first-round picks. They took all of them.
I don't remember the last one.
I don't either. Insane draft. I have no idea what this team is going to do. Rich, what are you excited to see this year from the Brooklyn Nets?
I'm excited to see a bunch of people play for contracts. Ben Sheriff.
It's going to be fun to watch, bro.
I'm excited to see a bunch of guys play for contracts, bro. And I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, this is going to be a team where there is no, like, besides Cam Thomas and Nick Claxton, I guess, nobody really has had a spot on this, like, you talk about people coming off the bench. Like, there's nobody. They just drafted 5 new guys. Terrence Mann ain't nobody to really worry about taking your minutes. Michael Porter Jr. I mean, I'm excited to see what he could do as. Well, I don't know. He could. I think he's going to be the first option. I think he's a better player than Cam Thomas. So I'm excited to see what he does.
Agreed.
Not under. I'm excited to see how he operates, not being Jokic's like kick out. Like you're the guy with the ball. You're the guy that's making the decisions. How
Can
is
he
this
create
offense
with the ball in his
gonna look?
hands?
Exactly. How's this offense going to look with you leading? Sorry, I got my notes back here.
I wonder what I'm most excited to see this year is Cam Thomas and Michael Porter Jr. have to call a jump ball on each other because they're fighting for the ball.
Who's going to shoot first?
Yeah.
Right.
They both have both their hands on the ball, and neither of them are willing to let go. That's what I'm excited to see. I was kind of team Cam Thomas for a little bit last year. Like, he was playing really well. Felt like he was even passing the ball a little bit more. And then this offseason, it just feels like he has really unrealistic expectations about who he is. And that would make me worried about how he's going to fit into any offense of any team that's worth it. And the other thing, Terrence Mann had his own quote about how he wants to go to Brooklyn and prove the type of player he is. It's like, we've got so many guys on Brooklyn that think they're stars. It's going to be fascinating basketball to watch.
This might be what we're thinking Toronto is going to be. This is definitely going to be that. This is definitely going to be that. And Toronto could end up being something way better. But
well, that's what I'm saying. I could see the vision where Toronto can string this together because I still have faith in Scotty Barnes and I like the way RJ Barrett played and Emmanuel Quickley and Pirtle. Yeah. I don't see it at all with the Nets.
No, they're just find someone who's good on this team is their whole goal.
Yeah, I think Demon could actually be good. A lot of people didn't like the pick, but I think he could be good. He was highly touted. He was a highly touted pick, and then he had a rough year at BYU. He was supposed to fall in the draft. He ended up not really. I think he could be good. That could be exciting if they get a guy that's like a really fun point guard. But then he's never going to have the ball in his hands. So, I don't know. We've went through what we're worried to see. Go, Rich.
I got to show my guys love. I'm always... Jalen Wilson, I really liked him at KU. I don't think he was like a superstar by any means, but I think if he finds the right situation, bro, he could be a solid, just like, not necessarily energy guy. What's the word I'm looking for? Like a place filler for a good team. I want to see him do well. I want to see him get somewhere where he can make an impact.
A backup role?
Yeah, something just not necessarily 6-man, but like maybe 7th, 8-man coming off the bench, give you some quality buckets.
Yeah, they got a couple guys I like, but no guys that I think are going to really be good. I would be excited if we get a version of Michael Porter Jr. that like can create for himself with the ball in his hands. Yeah. I don't think we're even close to the point of him being a distributor at all. But if he can get to a point where he can like create and drive a little bit with the ball in his hands, then the conversation about him starts to change a little bit. Because he's not a bad like help defender. As a
he's so
protector.
long, bro. He's got size.
Yeah, he just doesn't try. But he's great on the help when he's playing on whoever's in the dunker spot and being able to come over and contest shots because he's so big. He's a good rebounder because he's so big. He's one of the most effective shooters in the league because he's so tall and nobody can shoot. Nobody can put a hand in his face. So if he could just maybe take a single step to becoming a more efficient scorer as a isolation scorer and creator, that would be exciting, I think. Hunter, did you say anything you're excited about?
But it's kind of just to see what Demon's going to be, if he's going to reach that potential as a playmaker. But that's going to be hard to do with the team that's around him.
I drafted Igor, didn't I? Oh, shit.
I'm going under, even though it's 20.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's just not a lot of potential on winning games when there's no good game plan for your offense. So I like
Demon. Good stuff.
Yeah, I thought so, yeah. But I agree though, Hunter. Like there's no direction. Like there's just I don't think winning is even going to be a priority for them right now.
There's no system that their team fits into. It's all different types of play styles.
Nick
Yeah.
Claxton is a good center. I don't think he'll be on the team by the end of the year.
I don't think he should be either.
No,
He
they
can
should
impact winning
get
right
anything
now.
for him while they can. Danny Wolf could be fun though. I'm also excited to see Danny Wolf play if he gets some
Yeah.
minutes. I mean, just a 7-foot tall guy who like is making no look passes and dribbling around like he's a point guard. I would love to see if it can work in the NBA. I don't think it will, but
Then they also
it'd be
have
interesting to see if he
Clowney.
could. Yeah, they've got a couple guys. They don't have any like real guys though that you're excited about. They've got guys that you hope could be good rotation pieces. So hopefully they can be bad enough. They can get their
Dimon-
pick, keep it rolling.
Dimmon's like
Right.
the only real guy I feel like with high potential.
Yeah.
He just has to get a shot.
So we'll see. Rich, you taking the over or the under?
Under. Oh,
Yeah, we're
no
all going
faith.
under. I have a hard time seeing this team
20
win
games and no one chose the over.
They could win 20. They could win 20 and they would still hit the under. So I think that's what I'm going to go with. It doesn't make sense to me for them to do anything else. All right, we got one more team, and this one we're going to be all over the place because
it's
I
gonna be a
already
2v1.
kind of know.
Well, I
I
know
already
it's going to be a
kinda know what Rich
2v1, but
thinks. It sounds like Hunter's going to disagree with me, which is fine.
Let's get it.
And this is the perfect exercise for this team. But first, I want each of you to guess what the over-under is for the Philadelphia 76ers.
35.
Rich?
I was going to say like 37, 38, 38.
42.5.
Really?
42.5 is the over-under for a team that won. What did they win last year?
I don't know. They had the third pick.
They won 24 games last year, and their over-under is
last year.
42.5. Rich, you have the floor.
Okay. So what I'm about to say does not necessarily mean I think they're going to be contenders next year, but they have the pieces. So Philly, terrible year last year. Your emerging rookie gets hurt. Joel Embiid does what he does and gets hurt. PG, what I think kind of like derailed that early on was when PG came in and he tried to be the hero too early. There were moments where I thought that, with PG coming over to the Sixers, the throne should have kind of been given to Tyrese Maxey if Joel Embiid wasn't there to hold up his end of the deal. And they tried to give it to Paul George, and it just didn't work out, which I'm not surprised by. Gary McCain coming back this year, I think is going to be huge for them. He started last year hot. He was, he showed, he could get buckets. He showed he could impact winning basketball. And then you bring on a guy like VJ. I'm crazy about VJ, bro. He's got that kind of, Dwayne Wade feel, which he just adds a little. He's a little taller. I just love his spirit, bro. He just has like that. He's just a guy you want to root for. And those two with Tyrese Maxey, I think you bring in some of that youthful energy back to Philly, and along with these two guys that if they can stay healthy, which I don't think Joel Embiid is going to stay healthy, but I don't think he'll need to if these young guys can pull their weight like I'm expecting them to do. This whole season for Philly, depends on what these young guys are bringing to the table and if they can take the load off the vets. What that looks like for me, I don't know. I haven't really broken it down into numbers just yet, but just crunch time. Like you don't have to be scoring 50 a game, but in those moments where your team needs you to score, where your team needs momentum, if you can go out and produce that in those moments, I think Philly could. I think they could make a case for that over. But I'm gonna stop there. I ain't gonna take up the whole time.
I don't even know if we disagree on how much we like the young players. I don't think we disagree. I think Paul George is going to be better this year.
Is Alex's opinion.
Joel Embiid, I don't see any world where he plays basketball, and I don't see how this team can win at a high level if Joel Embiid does not play. That's my only argument. Who's playing the five, Hunter? Who's playing the five?
I'm not saying they're a playoff team, but I'm saying they're better than last year. Not next year, because we don't know. But last year, because I like everyone else. Quentin Grimes is probably coming back as their sixth man, most likely. He'll be gone
No, they
after
have a
this year,
40.
but
Their over/under is 43.5 wins. If you don't think they're a playoff team,
I'm saying without Joel Embiid, I don't know if they're a playoff team, but I don't think they're bad. I think play in without Joel Embiid.
my whole thing, if we were doing this exercise, what am I excited to see? All of the things Rich just said. I think VJ has a real chance to be the Rookie of the Year. I think he's an awesome player. Jared McCain is going to be very good. Tyrese Maxey's already averaged 28 a game in a season. He's a stud. I think Paul George can take a step up. I think Quentin Grimes, really good bench player. They're pretty deep in the backcourt. I don't hate what they can do at the 3. The 4 and the 5 is where I just have zero faith that they're going to... It's the same thing with the Celtics. This feels like a copy and paste of the Celtics, except we get to pretend like Joel Embiid might play basketball when I have no reason to believe that he's going to play more than 30 games. That's what I'm worried, is this team's just... This is the year where they finally pass the baton off from Joel Embiid and that era to Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe and Jared McCain and all those guys. And so it might just be a transition year. If Joel Embiid is healthy by some miracle, this is one of the best teams in the league. But right now, their finals odds, they're plus 4,000. That's the same odds that the Dallas Mavericks has. That's better odds than the Celtics. Fine, I'll take that. Better odds than the Bucks. Whatever. They have better finals odds than the Spurs do. I don't understand that.
I think it's just on paper and reading names
That's
for
what I'm saying. That's what's frustrating for me is I don't see, if I'm talking about what's the smartest thing to do with my money, this team won 24 games last year, and their over-under is 42.5.
Yeah.
That's what worries
I don't think
me.
it makes,
If they put all the
yeah,
pieces together, their ceiling's high.
Yeah, ceiling. They have ceiling, but I don't think it makes sense to jump them up 20 wins just because they drafted a talented guy. If it works, it just works. But like you said, bro, like this is all depending on Joel Embiid's health. It's gonna be hard. This is just me remaining. I love Paul George, bro. I want him to get a ring so bad. He's one of my favorite players ever, and for him to go out, in the middle of his prime, how he did, like it's just more of it is being hopeful. But they have what they need. They just need to do the right things with it. They don't need to put too much on these older guys. They don't need to put too much on the young guys. They need to find a balance and run with that. Like, whatever that looks like, I know it's much easier said than done. But whatever it looks like for them to have success, they just need to kind of run with that and not try to force the narrative or what they've been doing for this whole run with Joel.
They lost Gershon Yabusele, who was their backup 5. The only other center on their team right now is Andre Drummond, who's going to his 14th year in the league.
Yeah. Still a great
That's
rebounder.
the only concern. Yeah, he is. Cavs legend. Okay, let's chill. Let's chill. So Andre Drummond, who shot 15% from 3, 62% from free throws, not too bad. I thought that was a free throw when I said 15%. We need to talk about 3 percentage. We know he's not a shooter. He was fine last year. He only played 40 games, though. He also wasn't healthy. And then if you you slide PG down to the 5, he's going to get hurt.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah,
they got to figure that out. That's the thing that's confusing to me. I like Kelly Oubre. I like all of their guards we mentioned. With PG, they've got depth, but they have no front court depth.
Yeah. Which that could change between now and the season, or between now and the end of next season. But
yeah,
what do they give up for that depth in the front court?
Maybe they could sign and trade Quentin Grimes for Nick Claxton. That'd be different. Then I'm in.
Yeah. Because I feel like they have enough to hold up offensively if they were to do something like that with Quentin Grimes.
But the issue is, I just don't know how they do it.
I think when Grimes' money he's wanting is too far off for a sign and trade right now.
Yeah. But I mean, the Nets have the cap space if they thought he was good enough, but probably not. They already have so many guys that need the ball in their hands. But it's the Nets, so who knows what the hell they do.
Weird feeling isn't changed his asking price from $25 million per year.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's really interesting, bro. I'm excited for this year.
I think especially in the East, there's so much up in the air. Really, if the Philly if Philly is somehow healthy, they could easily win the East. But it's an impossible bet. You know,
I wouldn't
You got
take
to
that
bet it if
shit.
you make money
And
on it.
I have faith
that's
in
what I'm
them.
saying.
I wouldn't take it at all.
I like the individual players. I think VJ's awesome. I love Jared McCain. Tyrese Maxey's one of my favorite players to watch. But when you talk about is the team going to succeed, it's hard to imagine it because Joel Embiid didn't play basketball at all last year, and then he had to get another
Big surgery.
yeah, it's not even a big surgery. It's like a gamble.
Ring surgery.
Yeah, it's like a gamble
Yeah.
surgery
Yeah.
just to
Yeah.
see if
Yeah.
he can run. So I don't know. It's going to be tough. But that's the Atlantic Division. Y'all taking the over, taking the under. 42.5.
They're winning 43.
You wanted 43, taking the over? I like it, Hunter.
Just barely.
That's hard, bro. But I've been riding the Philly wave this whole time, bro. I'm taking over. I'm gonna keep the faith.
I'll slam the under. I will slam the under. But I feel like you got to. If you're going to ride the Philly wave, you got to take the over.
Of course.
That's it for this week. Next week, we're going to be back in the East. I think, what is the division again? The Central Division. They don't do divisions anymore, and I always forget. So
Milwaukee,
we'll be
Pacers,
back.
Cavs, Detroit, and Chicago.
Yeah, and that's the Central Division, right?
I think so.
Well, whatever division that is, that's what we're doing. So, yeah, that's it. Central Division next week, which will be fun. All 5 of those teams are going to be fun to talk about.
Maybe the
Yeah.
Magic's
So-
in there. Maybe I got
No,
wrong.
they're not.
wrong.
They're
Okay.
The Magic are in the Southeast. So, it's going to be a fun one. Thank you for listening to the Trade Machine Podcast. Follow us on socials. Subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, all that stuff. We'll see y'all next week.
Gang.